Where you at, Berto?
Women expose female psychology secrets about attraction, backed by science. Let's get right into the video and see what she's talking about. Maybe we'll learn something new.
What's up, YouTube? So I found this video. I thought it was really interesting. It's about like the psychology of female attraction. I've done this kind of before, but this is an educational video. So let's get right into it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? In the last video I did, I was talking about human evolution and physical attraction from men to women particularly, and why they like big butts and they cannot lie. Now I'm going to be doing it from the female perspective. First off, women evolved to be choosier because reproduction is expensive for us. Pregnancy, nursing, that's a huge investment.
Sure.
So attraction literally became a survival filter for us. Broad shoulders, muscles, and deep voices, that's all tied into testosterone. Back in early human history, those were traits that signaled strength and the ability to protect. A man who could fight off rivals, hunt, and provide food enhanced the increase of survival. That's why those particular things we still get drawn to today, like the deep voice, the muscles, the broad shoulders. I heard everybody in the other comments like saying like a nice back. I like a nice back.
Yeah.
And how could I also forget the facial hair, the beard? But it's not just size and or strength. It's also symmetry.
Before she gets into symmetry, I've been reading about this too in a book. It's from David Buss. It's called The Psychology of Attraction or something like that. I'm probably saying it wrong, but basically what I'm reading is that women picking the wrong mate in the times back then could literally mean the death of her children, because if she didn't pick a strong mate, she was at risk from harm from other males, right? Because if a man doesn't look physically intimidating, she's risking basically the death of her or her kids. So it goes that deep, which is also why women like taller guys, because it's a primal thing. Taller men
I mean, you can't really be mad at this. You know, at the end of the day, stronger looking man, a more masculine looking man. In most cases, these are things that women are just going to be naturally gravitated towards, because a woman is always going to want to feel safe around her man. That's just a fact. Now, again, I don't want anybody to be discouraged by these things. If you're fucking born short, bro, it is what it is. It is what it is. You have to work with what you got. But what I always say is you guys need to elevate and look max to a degree what you got, you know, that, and in an organic, healthy way, what that looks like. Going to the gym, what does that look like? You know, making sure that you are presenting yourself in the best way, making sure you're smelling good, make sure you practice more masculine habits, be a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? Stick up for yourself. Don't be no punk pussy ass bitch. Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash, and the big talk of the town is
this a scam, Berto? What is this? What?
Well, look at this guy and this guy, all people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
Strength, power, status. So those guys women typically are drawn to taller men for that reason, because of the primal aspect of it, right? And women are, like, some women aren't, but some of y'all probably think like, oh, women just sleep with whoever. To a certain extent, yes, but they are very picky about who they give access to their body, because like she said, the risk for women in pregnancy, there's so many more risks for women with sex than there is for men. Men can have as many babies as they can shoot out, but women can only have babies so many times in their lives. So that's why women are so much more pickier.
Or at least they're supposed to be much pickier. 2025, there's a couple of hoes out here that can dispel that right there. But, on a primal level, yes, that is what's supposed to be happening.
About who they let have sex with them. I'm gonna be real with y'all. So let's keep going.
We subconsciously view symmetry. Symmetry in the face and body is one of the biggest subconscious signals, because symmetry means that your body developed without big genetic errors or disease.
And again, this is cool, and it's cool to learn these things, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my face is not symmetrical, my nigga. My shit is uneven as fuck. Okay? And there's nothing we can do about that, bruh. So while it's dope to understand the science behind things and, acknowledge what it is, you know what I mean? Just knowledge is power. You can't allow these things to peep into your subconscious and make you insecure, because you are who you are. It is what I'm never going to co-sign y'all getting under the knife and doing all these weird things like that. I don't know if all of y'all know about that clavicular individual, but modifying your body and all types of shit, man. You got to love yourself. You got to build yourself up and appreciate who you are as a person. These are the things that make you unique.
Which is new to me. Clear skin works the same way. It's a good sign of health and a strong immune system.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, women read that as, healthy genes for future kids.
Yeah.
And this one in particular blows my fucking mind. Women focus on scent, not just the cologne guys wear, but their natural scent. Women are wired to prefer the natural smell of men whose immune system genes are different from their own.
Now, while this is true, all my fucking little weirdos out there that think they want a natural scent max, don't wear deodorant and whatnot, I guarantee you're not gonna get no hoes because I guarantee you not gonna get no hoes because you're not wearing deodorant, nigga. You smell like shit. Wear deodorant, put on some fragrance, smell good, okay? Let the science and all the natural things happen in the bedroom when you fucking some shit and you sweating, okay? Let that be that. Don't be walking around smelling like shit.
That way, if they have children, their children will inherit a stronger immune system. So when you like someone's natural smell, that's biology, your biology doing the math for you. Women can literally smell genetic compatibility. It's crazy.
They can. Some of you are probably thinking this is cap, but this is literally based on psychology and science. Like, you can't really argue with this shit. So I'm sure some of you are like, oh, this can't, like, I've never heard this, but it's true. Like, I've everything she's saying, I'm literally reading about this right now. Signs of symmetry show good health, and that plays in a woman's mind. Okay, we would have good kids. Okay, because if you come out with, if a person were to come out looking ugly or they had deformities, they're in a sense like their, what's it called, SMV is lowered, because any deformities from women are subconsciously seen as, okay, bad genes, aka I don't want to have sex with you. It literally goes that deep. So when they say symmetry, that's why symmetry is so sought after, in beauty standards today, because it signals very good health. Okay.
And this shit blew my mind too. Hormonal birth control, if you're on the pill, it flips that preference. So instead of looking for a guy...
Oh, I've actually heard this. I've actually heard that birth control is so powerful hormonally that it will literally change what women are attracted to on and off the pill. So be careful, low key, be careful if you get with your girl and she's on the pill, on birth control or whatnot. She fuck around, get off that shit, she might not even be attracted to your ass no more. Just on a hormonal level. Obviously, she love you, she appreciate you. I don't think she gonna just get up and leave your ass. But I've heard that it messes with them so much hormonally, like they can actually be attracted to you or less attracted to you depending on whether they're on and off that cycle.
With complementary immune system genes, like instead of smelling
crazy.
that, you'll smell one that's similar to yours and you'll like it. But when you're off the pill, you won't like it anymore.
I've actually heard
Women's
that.
preferences actually change with their ovulation cycle too. Near ovulation, when fertility is the highest, women lean toward the masculine. The dominant behavior, the deep voice, all that turns us on. But in the luteal phase, when fertility is lower, it shifts back towards softer, more reliable phases. During ovulation, short-term attraction leans towards the bad boys.
I can see that.
But for the long term, the balance swings to kindness, resourcefulness, and stability. The guys who will stay, not just play. Across hunter-gatherer societies,
women, like I said, the risk for women and with short-term flings is way higher. When women sleep with guys right away, typically it's for resources, immediate access to resources.
And you really could break this down just as, in a simple way. It's like, look, the more valuable you are as a man, the more it looks like you bring to the table. It's just going to be easier for a woman to feel comfortable with you and just give it up, honestly. Like, I don't mean to sound like a degenerate, but you look like you got your life together. You look like you financially secure. You look like you're in shape. You know what I'm saying? You carry yourself. You're confident. You know what I'm saying? You smell good. You walk in a room. You're clearly the leader of your friend group. People around you respect you. There's a lot less risk in a woman's mind on a primal level to feel like, oh, I probably shouldn't have intercourse with this man because in the slight chance he gets me pregnant, I'm probably going to be taken care of. He's probably going to, do a good job of helping me raise this child. Now, obviously, it's 2025. We're not in the fucking caveman times anymore. Just because a nigga got his shit together, that doesn't mean he's a good person. You know what I mean? And just because a girl lets you hit fast doesn't mean she's a good girl or a complete hoe, But it's like, if we are breaking it down on a scientific level, these are things that are it's just facts. It's just facts. And this is why I always tell y'all, don't overly focus on trying to chase women, bro. Always focus on building yourself as a man and, making yourself the most valuable version of yourself, because that's what's going to bring the women anyway. They're literally going to look at you and be like, yo, I want to be with him because he looks like he got his shit together. And hopefully it's not just a look. It's an actual fact. It's like, yo, no, this nigga makes me feel safe, makes me feel secure. He looks like he can lead me in the right direction. Women want to be led, bro. You know what I'm saying? At least women that are fully within their feminine nature, they want to be led by a real man.
Genes, right? They see a guy he has desirable qualities. He has symmetry, broad shoulders. They want to sleep with him to secure his genes, right? And for resources, immediate access to resources. That's why when women look for short-term flings, they see what can they get out of it, right? Those are things that make it more
sit down, Karama.
Worth it to them. Because, like I said, there's so many risks for women to have sex, casual sex nowadays. So let's continue.
The best hunters and the men with the most influence had more kids. Today, it translates into ambition, leadership, and or resources, because status was a survival signal too. And
still is.
Yes, testosterone is something that women look for, but too much of it is actually a bad thing. Higher testosterone gives the alpha look, the deep voice, the bigger muscles, but it comes with a trade-off. Those men are more aggressive, more likely to take risks, and even have a shorter lifespan. It's great short-term for passing on genes, but not long-term for raising kids. That's why women evolved the split attraction strategy. So sometimes they like the bad boys, and then sometimes they want to lean towards more of a feminine man.
Women will even sometimes secure the genes of a man. That's why you see all these baby daddies, right? They'll secure the genes of a man who's physically and genetically attractive, compatible, while simultaneously probably married to the man that she doesn't really like, right?
Yeah, but I mean, what he said is 100% facts, but obviously this should be nobody's goals, right? Nobody should be looking to secure the secure the nigga with the highest testosterone genes and then go marry the sucker. I feel like as a man, you should be striving to, again, be the best version of yourself. Be a man with good testosterone. You don't want to be no punk pussy ass nigga, but never lose your heart. Make sure you always keep your mind grounded and, carry those qualities of a gentleman so that you can still be intimate with your woman, bruh. There is nothing lame about being intimate with your girl. There's nothing lame about, being soft and gentle with her. That's honestly one of the best things you can do. Show that you are a leader, a strong person, a firm person, know how to handle situations, know how to be in that fire. Just get hot outside and you still in there like shit. It is what it is. I got these battle scars for a reason. I'm ready to go to war for my family. But then come back and be soft with your woman and, not be like, I don't know, like some toxic ass nigga talking to her like she's one of the homeboys and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, your queen is supposed to be your partner in crime. You're supposed to be able to be vulnerable with her and, she's supposed to, it's easier for her to be, how can I say, what's the word? It's easier for her to tend to your wounds and be kind of like there for you emotionally if you are being vulnerable with her. If you over here, talking shit and, kind of being a little bit too aggressive with your woman, like women are emotional creatures, most of them, right? It's not going to really work well. You can't come at them with too much, They might not handle that well. So you got to be able to learn how to have a conversation and tap into your more emotional side so that y'all can relate, especially when it's just about comfort and, y'all feeling good. So again, you want to strive to be, I wouldn't say a little bit of both. I would definitely say lean more into your masculine side, but you also don't want to abandon your more intimate nature.
They'll go have affairs with the physically attractive guy who's in shape, and their husbands aren't the guys they really physically desire. That's why physical attraction in relationships is so important, because if you're not attracted to your partner, if a woman's not attracted to you and she's not attracted to you for whatever reason, like it's not gonna last, bro. Because because they get horny, bro. So when she gets horny, if she's not turned on by how you look, just by how you look, you're cooked, bro.
Yeah, but again, that's why I say you don't want to be the guy that's just a goddamn doormat. Yeah, you're a nice guy. Yeah, you tap into like you have to still be a man. You still have to be a leader. You still have to be attractive. You still have to, be the best version of yourself. You gotta be a jack of all trades. Honestly,
you're extremely cooked.
Research shows that women actually see masculine faces as less warm and less trustworthy. So the female brain is constantly thinking, do I want the good genes or do I want the good dad?
Literally, bro. That's what I was just saying.
There's a lot more that goes into this.
They want both, honestly. They want to secure the good genes, and they want the provider. They want the guy who's going to stick with them long term. And
we can be both.
Probably the guy they aren't physically attracted to most times. Not saying this is every scenario, right? But it's like sometimes women can't have both. Because the physically attractive guys are typically the guys who can have many women, and they don't settle down, right? So they want to sleep with those guys, but they can't lock them down, because the goal for women with any short-term fling, because that's kind of what she's been talking about, they want the end goal to be for the guy to commit, right? So when that doesn't happen, it can leave a woman kind of feeling used, right? And it's not great, obviously, to make her for that to happen. But women, when they have short-term flings, that's the goal, right? They don't want to just have sex and most of them just don't want to have sex and it be it. They catch feelings, we catch feelings, but most of the time they gonna catch the feelings, right? So, yeah, women are likely to feel guilt and regret from sexual acts of commission, I believe is what the right word, or omission, right? Where the situation didn't turn out how she wanted to, the guy didn't commit, and now she regrets giving herself to him, right? So, yeah.
There's nuance to it, but I'll just keep this video short. And I'll also link the research papers and the websites I've read from researchers from all around the world, by the way. Researchers from all around the world. Of course, there's a lot that's tied into this research. I'll link all the links and all the pages that I've studied, the research papers. I'll link them so that you guys can see them.
Okay, there you happen. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I think a lot of truth was said here, and it's cool to get that knowledge, but also it's 2025, nigga. Like, you know, at some point you also have to, like, I hate when people try to apply like overly primal time thought processes to the modern day. It's like, yeah, nigga, we're not fucking cavemen going out to hunt anymore. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's a lot to be learned from those things. There's a lot of traditional values that we still should be upholding, but, you know, there's some nuance there. Not everything is that black and white, but hopefully you guys learned something new. I definitely did. And yeah, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.